what we're trying to do here, the thing is, all right saying, yeah, you've driven them up that road, this road, that's all right. You get you into serious trouble. It's not so bad when you're on there, you know, with your staff, and, you know, that's not really the issue. You've got to be able to conduct yourself in a proper way, and the people in the back, more than anything else, have got to feel safe. You know, they want a fairy tale wedding, they don't want to, you know, ride on a roller coaster, do they? So, what I'm trying to do here, we've got them in rubber bits, as you can see, yeah? And this horse here, this horse on the outside, we've got him walking on the rubber bit, you can see. But the other one keeps pulling on my hand so hard, they won't walk. All they want to do is get on all the time. But you can't always drive them like that. And they've got to be able to stop them on a sixpence. I know you think I'm an old woman, but they'd sue you from here to breakfast time and you'd be in serious trouble. See what these horses have done, they've been out on a Sunday on the drives with all them boys, you know, 10 of them poled on the back of the carriage, and I mean it. If you look on the New Forest Drive and that on YouTube, all these, you know, people get away driving, they might have, like, I have seen as many on a little four-wheeler, as many as 6-8 men on it, yeah? Well, they've had to go 90 mile an hour. And, you know, all they know is to throw their weight into the collar and work. What I'm trying to teach them to do is you haven't got to do that all the time. So I'm just holding him there on a soft rubber bit so I don't hurt him. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt him, and I want to just let him go like that and just say, steady. Come on, you good boy. Just steady. Good lad. Good lad. Good lad. Now if I let him go, you see, alright, I'm just holding on to him still here, but I'm letting the reins go slacker and slacker, and I'll just say to him, steady, steady, and when they come to a hill like this, I'll make them walk up it. Just walk, steady, good baby, just walk. And make him realise that he hasn't got to attack it. Because that's what he's doing, is attacking the hills. Now the problem is, if you've got a junction at the top of a hill, you know, an incline like this, and you've got a roundabout or something, oh mate, you want to be careful, because he'll pull you across the roundabout, well, as long as he can feel that weight on there. So now he's walking, yeah? And then I'm going to let the rein go a little bit, because he's walking. Steady baby, steady little boy. I'm not shouting and hollering at him. I'm getting back to what I'm saying about the cart. This is your Landau. This is the sort of weight, the talk of weight. Now if I put him in a lightweight vehicle, you come down, you drive the lightweight vehicle down here with me, exercise cart, you go, lovely Baz, he's fabulous. He stands at junctions now, or they stand at junctions now. I can do what I like. As soon as you put that heavy weight behind him again, he'll be banging a collar. So you've got to teach him on the heavy one. Obviously, he's not going to want to pull in the other one because he ain't going to feel no weight on his collar, is he? I mean, what I'm trying to say, if you had a lightweight four-wheeler, he'd be pulling it along on his mouth. This here, this rein that I'm holding him on would be enough for him to pull it along with a Tracy slack. So I've got this horse out here. Look, watch the horse out on the offside. These traces are tight. Yeah? See what I'm saying? These traces are tight. He's doing the work. He's pulling this along. Make no mistake, he ain't. Look at these traces. They're slack. So I can afford now to ease him up. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. It's not easy. I can let him go, ease him up. You know, just let him go till he starts to take the weight again. So then he wants to trot, yeah? So I've got to hold him back there and then ease him up again. Right, and you can see as soon as he picks it up, we push the other horse across the road where he's pulling so hard. Watch again. I'll do it, right, let him go. Look, watch what happens. Straight across the road. And then they're going to go faster and faster and faster. And then they're going to get more excited. Which they think, oh, thank God. Now, steady, steady boys. Steady, that's it, steady. So we're making progress, but we're already into the second week. You couldn't do what I'm doing, not because I'm saying you couldn't do it, but you haven't done what I'm doing, put it that way then, because they're in rubber, pieces of rubber in their mouth, and I'm managing to control them. Well, the more I can control them, the more I can get them set up, steady, and doing as they're told, the more I can get them set up and doing as they're told, the better things will be. And that's what I'm saying to you. But it makes steering the vehicle hard work. But, steady baby, we are getting there. We ain't flying along, but we're getting there. So, it's quite pleasing really. Okay, a lot of people are saying to me, well, his head's not straight. Well, fucking sure it ain't straight, because all he wants to do is push the collar along. That's his whole aim in life. So to enable him to push the collar, because I'm holding his mouth, right, he can't get up into the collar. Steady baby, steady. I can hold him straight, look, see, there. I can hold him like that. But for him to get up in that collar, he's got to turn his head, yeah, to give himself a bit of slack so he can move his body, so he turns his neck. So the distance between here and here is 18 inches. When he does that, it's only 6, which allows him to go up. But then I take the slack out of the rein, so he still ain't got up into the collar, although he's turned his head. But they'll go straight as a die when I've done them. But they are dangerous. I wish you'd have said to me, you know, you save yourself a lot of money if you listen. No matter to me, but you know, you'd save yourself a lot of money. You'd be better off asking me to have a look at the horses, going up with you and driving them, and I've told you these ain't for you, because you're going to be spending money on them. Now them lads, what they'll do, and what they have done, is keep putting plenty of iron in their mouth. Make no mistake. And they'll be driving them. Well, there's a picture of a bloke supposed to know what he's doing in one of them, you know, one of these team drivers. He's got the rein on the bottom slit of a Liverpool. He's supposed to be one of these people to look up to with his horsemanship. Well, it's a load of bollocks. You know, there he is on the bottom slot. Well, he'll have to have a bit more welded on if the horse is hard-mouthed at that point. Steady, baby. Steady. 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 You see they're slowing it down now. See the collars right off their necks. They're holding it back. Oh, here I'm not using any brake to hold it down. So they're doing it. And now he's beginning to see a bit of sense. He's coming with his head straighter and he's starting to walk rather than jog along. And when he settles down to doing that, it'll be a lovely world, won't it? And I can then start making him see he ain't got to pull all the time. But that's what he's had. Loads of blokes piled on it on a Sunday morning, pub to pub, I would think. How would I know? Got plenty of weight up his arse, and all he thinks he's got to do is pull. I'm telling him you ain't got to go like that, 90 mile an hour up hills and everything. You can do it like this, just walk steady and work together as a pair, and you'll pull this along without any trouble at all. That's what I'm trying to tell him. So that's what he's used to, so that's what he does. And that hard work, he don't have to do the hard work, there's no need for it. You know, he don't have to do it, you know, no need for it. He's just diabolically bleeding stupid. You know, as far as traffic goes and all that, they're as good as gold. Lovely. They've had all the traffic. And this little fella on the outside, he's half the job. He's already worked out. You ain't got to do that. You see him back there pulling it all on his own. Definitely pulling it on his own. He ain't going panic, is he? He ain't throwing himself into it. He ain't going bleeding crackers. So, just walk. There's the boy. So, because what I'd do, you would be better off giving me wages for the day to go and look at these with you and drive them, yeah? And then you'd be paying fucking 200 quid a week a piece. I don't think, you know, say, well, you don't mind because that's my living. Well, I've got to tell you, I've got hundreds on the waiting list. You know, I ain't got to rob nobody. I've got all the work I want. You know, so, you know, like, where he's pulled all his life for a good long time, he's just making hard work of it, you know. And the other thing is, the poor little shoddy worries. You've got to do it, you know. You've got to let me get on. I don't do it like that. I'll go like this, look. This is how I'll go, like this, look, see? You let me go like that, I'll show you how to go, look. Yeah? What fucking good that, you know? Absolutely bleeding crazy. And the other side, you sort of go with him. Oh, that's how I want to go, he's saying. And I'm stopping him on a piece of rubber. And I'm getting him to behave himself and do as he's told. On a piece of rubber, whoa. Their stopping's a lot better than it was. Like before, if you stopped here to let a motor car pass, as soon as it's gone, they'd be off on their wagon. I mean, they've been allowed to do, they ain't been driven, they've been sat behind and held on to. Look. See, when they pull away, they want to snatch. So what I've got to do is teach them, with the weight behind them, not to snatch away. You don't have to, but work together. Both put the same amount of effort in, instead of one hitting it and then one leaping back, the next one jumping forward. Instead of doing all that nonsense. Steady, baby. Steady, baby. Steady. 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 That's it. Good lad. Just walk. Try to teach them, instead of doing all that, you've got to hit it and smash it together. It's like two people. One's trying to push this truck here, right? There's a big old truck. They're trying to push it, right? Two people trying to bump start it. The one pushes, then the other one pushes, then the other one pushes. If you both lean on it together and work as a team, you'll move it, won't you? It's exactly the same with it. Steady. Steady. Oh, the cross ain't comes round, it walls down any time now, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see.
Steady. Oh. Steady. Steady. Every day I'll come down here, this water was either running out this gate or running in the gate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It keeps going up and down there. So it's way out today, isn't it? That's right. Yeah, she's coming off the field today. What do you want? Those? Or whatever fucking name would be. You know, like that, yeah. Steady. Steady.